I am Mandy Ray. I am the Director of Business Development here at Trajectus over the Allied Health Market. So I just want to say hello to those that have joined us so far, but we'll just give everybody a few more minutes to see if we get some more people that are logged in. All right, so it is 3:30, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First, I just want to say, welcome to Enhancing Surgical Technology Programs, Insight from Pamela Siggers of Baptist Health Science University in Trajectus. We were supposed to be speaking with Pamela today, but unfortunately, she was not able to join us. But we will start off with a short video that she recorded earlier instead. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a quick high-level overview of the Trajectus surgical technology demo side. And then we are going to save some time at the end for questions. So if you do have questions, please feel free to ask those at the end. So let's go ahead and get started with Pamela's video.
My name is Pamela Siggers. I'm with Baptist Health Sciences University in Memphis, Tennessee, and we utilize Trajectus in our surgical technology program. And when I tell you it's phenomenal, it is. I mean, down to the case log, our precept evaluation, our students clocking in and out to tracking their location. Trajectus has been a dynamic feature in our program. My program is a first-year program, initially created from the beginning, and we didn't have a set standard on how we were going to track our clinical cases or keep up with our student logs or anything like that. And so when Trajectus reached out, and of course they had a program with paperwork already intact, it was phenomenal. I mean, there's over 2,500 surgical cases that are already implemented in the system, and all you simply have to do is categorize it. You have your cases there, you have your roles there, first, second, or observation. All of those are already preloaded into Trajectus. There's already evaluation sheets there. And even if you want to customize your evaluation records, you can with Trajectus. I mean, it's limitless what this system can do, and it's changing constantly. I mean, now they have it down to the exact approximation of where a student can and can't log out. If they're not in the facility, they can't clock out because it's not an activated feature. I mean, I could go on and on about Trajectus, but I promise you, it is one of the best products I've ever had. And any facility that I move on to, I'm going to always advocate for Trajectus.
All right, so now I'm going to get started just on that high level overview. I'm going to go to our homepage and start sharing the homepage here.
Anything if I circle it, let me circle.
There we go. Okay, so right now I just wanted to pull up our homepage because I want everybody to know that you can access Trajectus 24/7 on any device, any browser, and everything is going to be in real time. Now, before we move off the homepage as well, I'd like to just scroll down to the bottom and just kind of, let you guys know that we take safety and security of your documents very seriously. So you're going to notice that we have a lot of systems here with our backup and security. The newest that we're really proud of is our Tech Transfer certification. We have achieved level 2. TextRamp certification, and we are the only cloud-based clinical record keeping system that has that certification. Now with Trajectus as well, we have a number of institutions that are using us currently. We have about 2,700 institutions that are utilizing Trajectus, anywhere from the Mayo Clinic, MD Anderson. We have about 45,000 students that are registered and utilizing Trajectus. So you can, from Arkansas State to Baptist Health here, Cleveland Clinic. So we're very proud of that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and log in as a student, and I am going to show you some key features that we've made some updates to the system on the student side to show you just how the students can go in, place in their case studies, and get that preceptor signature. Now, on the student's homepage, you're going to notice there's an announcement section. You can make announcements that the students would see in real time. We also have a document section. Any documents that you would want them to register, reference, or review could be placed here. But the one feature that I really want to highlight here is the case log. So we did make some updates to the system to correlate with the ARCS TSA accreditation changes that became effective in August. So with the students' daily case logs, they're able to come in, backdate this if they need to. They're going to choose their clinical site and they're going to add in a log sheet. Now, this list of major studies would come from the program as to how exactly would you want to separate out those cases. Now we're going to go in and just say that the student was working on a general surgery case. Here are all of those skills that would fall underneath that major study. So we're going to say that the student was working on a closure of a colonoscopy. Now, participation level, this is one of the updates that we had just made to the system, and this is the ability for programs to customize their criteria level. So we understand that there is observation, Scrub 2 and Scrub 1, and those could potentially vary per program as to what that criteria is. So we wanted to allow programs to be able to update or customize those criteria. So you'll see when I hover over Scrub 1 that the criteria is performed 100% of the surgical technology scrub roll independently. So I'm going to say that I was in that Scrub 1. The other component that we added is a verification. We really want to make sure that the students are placing in those cases under the correct scrub rule. So it's going to have the student verify, yes, that they were in that Scrub 1. They can choose the number of cases that they were able to complete in that skill. So I'm going to say that I was able to do 2 of those today. They're going to choose their supervising employee, how long that took. You can have a comment section where the students could make comments if they wanted to. And then the other area that I want to point out, you'll notice here is the criteria. So this is the one area that was bolded because we really wanted to highlight for the preceptors to really just be able to come in, take a quick look and say, yes, that they were in that Scrub 1 position or participation level. Now we can support the program with that physical signature from the preceptors. Now, if the students were doing this on a guest computer at the site, the preceptors could grab that mouse and sign, or if they were doing it on a smartphone or a tablet, they could just turn that and Paula would be able to sign with her finger. Hit next, and there's a completed entry into their case log. Now I'm going to go in and just clone in a previous entry because I do want to show that when you clone in an entry, this is just a way to streamline that process for the students to make it a very quick and efficient process. So not only did they do the closure of a colostomy, but they also did an abscess excision. So we're going to hit these 2 little pieces of paper, and that's our clone button. And so that's automatically going to clone it into the system. But the key feature that I want to point out here is that signature component. So you'll see here that it's letting the student know that they don't have Jane's signature. Maybe Jane was still scrubbed in when the student left, and so they weren't able to get her signature immediately. The beauty of the system is that the next time they go into clinic, before Jane, starts her next case in the morning or gets scrubbed in, they can easily get Jane to go ahead, sign off on that case, hit save, and there's another completed entry into the case log. Now, the other feedback that we hear is that, preceptors don't want to log into the system. So I did just wanted to take a minute to let you know that we can always build in the preceptor evaluations onto the student side as well, to where the student would be able to pull up that evaluation under evaluations and forms and then allow the preceptor to, go on that guest computer where they pulled up that evaluation, or if they hand over their phone or a tablet, they would be able to complete that evaluation, right on the student's device, and they would not then have to have access to be able to log in as a preceptor. Now, I would like to go in as a preceptor as well, just to give you an idea of an additional way that your preceptors could go ahead and verify the cases as well as complete evaluations on the student. So I'm logged in as Jenny. Jenny is a preceptor at one of your clinical sites. That's the role that you've given her. So now you're going to see this daily log sheet here. Now, if we click on this daily log sheet, what is going to pull up are going to be all of the cases that the students have placed into the system. So because Jenny is logged in under her own username and password as a preceptor, this is going to meet accreditation requirements as a electronic signature. So Jenny can easily come in at the end of every day, every week, scroll through, take a look and say, yes, these are all of the cases that I completed with the students this week. She can click on the A here at the top and hit approve, and it would approve all of those entries in one click. The other component that I want to share is evaluations and forms. The preceptors could easily come in, complete a preceptor evaluation form here. You're going to notice that this is a short one. It's pre-filled. Let's go back out here and do this longer one. But they can come in. You can have this where they select the student, the site, and you're going to notice on the preceptor side that these are pre-filled. Make it a very quick and seamless process for preceptors to come in, complete an evaluation. They could make some comments here. You can have a signature component on any form or evaluation. And then once it's done, they can hit submit and it's going to let them be saved successfully. Now, one area that I forgot to look at or to share with you when we were on the student side is another new feature that we just updated for the students to be able to go in and sign off after they verified the cases that they've placed into the system. So we're taking a look at the report section and we're going to go into their student case summary. So you're going to notice that we have kind of specified here the different scrub roles, observations, scrub role 2 and scrub role 1. Now, let's just say that Brian comes in, he's getting ready to graduate in a week and he wants to just go in, verify all of his cases. He can come in here, take a look, scroll through, see all of the cases and say, yep, okay, these are all of the skills and cases that I completed while I was in the program. So once we get down to the bottom, you're going to notice this signature component. So Brian is able to come in. You're going to see that it's outdated because I've added in some new cases. So Brian can just come in here and renew his signature. And once he renews that signature, we're going to notice that it's going to be replaced with today's date. And so here is Brian's signature. You'll also notice that we have added in a component for not only the students, but as well as program directors, clinical coordinators, or instructors to sign. And so again, that meets that ARC STSA accreditation requirement to have all of those signature components in one area. So now I'm going to log back out of here and I'm going to get into the administrative side just to show you how easy it is to verify those students' cases and also sign them. So we're going to go here into the admin panel. We're going to go into our report. We're going to come down to our logs overview. So right now we're looking at the logs overview in a summary view, but you could look at it in a detailed view and it's going to look a lot like we just saw on the preceptor side. But as an administrator, I like to look at it on the summary side by case, and then we're going to show amount detail. So again, as I mentioned, Brian's getting ready to graduate in a week. So you want to come in and you want to verify his case. So we're going to apply that filter, but we're going to choose the number 3 and the number 5 under our participation level because that's going to correlate to your scrub roll 2 and your scrub roll 1. We're going to apply that feature, and now we're going to be able to see the total number of cases that Brian has completed while he was in the program. The light gray area here is going to show you the total for that specialty. So in cardiothoracic, he's completed 182, endoscopy 63, and so on as we scroll down. Once we get to the bottom here, we can see that out of the 120 cases that Brian needed to be able to graduate, he has completed a total of 813 cases. So obviously he's met those requirements. So now that you know that Brian's met that requirement, we're going to go back here to our case summaries by student. We're going to pull up and view Brian's case summary. So this is going to look like what I just pulled up on the student side. So again, this is Brian's case summary. You just verified his 813 cases. So you just need to scroll down to the bottom. You're going to notice that outdated signature. So if you signed before, you can renew. If we need to modify that signature, we can come in here and update that signature, hit save. And you're going to notice there is your updated signature. So now we have Brian's signature as well as an administrator's signature here. So those are some of the major features that we have updated and changed to meet some of those ARC STSA accreditation changes to streamline that process for case verifications as well as those multiple signature components. So we really just want to thank everybody for taking time this afternoon to come and view this just very quick high-level overview of the surgical technology site here at Trajectus. Now I want to take some time to answer any questions that anybody may have. So you can place those in the Q&A section and we can go ahead and answer those as they come on. I also do want to take a minute to let you know that I will be exhibiting at the ASP Educators Conference in Orlando. So if you guys are planning to attend, I hope that you'll take a minute to stop by the exhibitors booth and say hello. Do have a question, a couple of them. How do you add multiple signatures at the bottom? So Michelle, as I mentioned, as each individual logs in, so when you log in as the program director, when you go to the case summary, when you come, let me share my screen here again, I'm sorry. So because I was logged in as an administrator or program director, when you go into your log cases by summary and you do the case summary view, that is how you add in that signature. Now, if you were logged in as the clinical coordinator, once you scroll down under your username and password and your access level, they're going to be able to update and add their signature there as well. So I hope that answered that question for you. So Lydia asked, have you had any problems with preceptors not logging in to check the case log? Again, for me, I'm not in that surgical technology world, so that would be a great question for, others that have used the system. I have been overseeing the surgical technology market for the last 2.5 years. And, for the most part, preceptors are, really good at, signing off. That is really the beauty of that physical signature, is because they don't have to sign in. They are able to just, go onto the student's access and be able to sign directly on, their smartphone or tablet, or even if they were to pull it up on a guest computer. So again, options as to how would fit best for your program to get those signatures. Any other questions or comments? So if you are already a registered user of Trajectus and want to add any of these features to your program, you can reach out to your support team member or support@trajectus.com. If you are not yet a user, please feel free to reach out to me at amanda@trajectus.com. I'd welcome the opportunity to set up a full web tour to really kind of walk you through a more in-depth look at how we can support your program. So right now, Trajecta supports over 65 different modalities. So if you have any of your colleagues that are not yet users of Trajectus, please connect them with sales@trajectus.com, and we would be happy to give them a tour of the entire system as well. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Michelle. That's great. Michelle says that they're still learning, but it's been very useful. So we always like to have that positive feedback. So again, I really want to thank all of you for joining today's surgical technology webinar. Have a great day. And again, don't forget to stop by and visit at the ASP Educators booth. I also do want to let you know that this was being recorded, so we will place it up on the admin panel if you want to be able to review it at your convenience. So I hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon.